What's up? This Fred Ward. Happy New Year's. Man, it's 2026, and I'm here for another episode of Count Time Now. I got one of my colleagues today that I'm very excited about interviewing, Tancred Jones. Man, you got 100 years of history, don't we, man?
Oh, man, we do.
Me and Tan came in with the entertainment game. So I would have been remiss to not bring you on this show, and talk. Plus, this is one of my constructive criticisms. You know what I'm saying? I value Tan's opinion. So Tan be giving me a little game on he say I be holding back. And I do. So, I'm going to try to, be a little more authentic.
Today,
you'll pull it out.
Yeah.
So, I want to introduce the listening audience to my man, Tancred. Tancred, why don't you introduce yourself to, the Count Time audience and, tell them a little bit about yourself before we get into this.
Okay, well, it's afternoon right now, so good afternoon, Count Time audience. My name is Tancred Jones. I guess I'm here today to talk about my story.
Oh, yeah.
The majority part of the story is going to be probably based on the restaurant industry I've been in for the past 30 years. Well, let's get into it.
Let's go. All right,
let's get into it.
we ain't got, this ain't scripted.
This ain't scripted at all.
So Tan, just let me kind of ground why I even felt the need to create a Count Time Now podcast, right? Okay. Because a lot of work I do is with directly impacted folk. I'm directly impacted. I've been home 27, going on 28 years without incident. Really happy about that. But a lot of people, so let me say it this way. A lot of people don't really know the challenges that we face, right? Especially those of us who are, a semblance of success. Right, they don't know all the hills and valleys we done had to travel, and so I wanted this podcast to actually be able to heighten and clarify. No, we actually go through some stuff even past our time and being off probation and parole. We actually have collateral sanctions that we struggle with, right? In spite of the success we make out of our life, right? And so, and the other piece is that there are millions of people directly impacted like us that suffer in silence or don't really have that community to talk about what they're going through and some of the things, the barriers that they face, how to overcome those barriers. So I wanted this podcast to be very informative. I wanted it to be uplifting. I wanted it to be inspiring. Right, and I wanted to actually change the way some people think about our particular demographic, right, for policy change, because there's some things on the books that need to be removed, right?
Okay.
And so, me and you, we, I've been knowing you forever.
Yeah.
But I think the first time we really got in the business together was when I stole you. I had to steal you. Tan a bad dude. And you also got a consulting company, right?
Consulting
for
company
people
right
that,
now.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So the consultant part of it is, I feel like I'm gearing towards aging out from working day to day inside the restaurant.
Yeah.
However, I have a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge and a lot of expertise in that area that I'm really willing. I'm not out of the game because I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of
You're OG. You're OG.
Aging out of working inside of it.
You better say it.
So my thing is now is for the young people that's coming into the business, that want to get into the business. I see so many people waste their money and lose a lot of money because of lack of knowledge.
I know. I got $1 million in experience.
So my thing is now is for people to call on me and I can jumpstart their business. I can save them a lot of time and money. By just hiring my consulting company.
Don't sleep on this, because Tan is amazing when it comes to training, front end, back end management, how to operationalize a business for a profit, right? Because you can have a business and it ain't really a business because you ain't making no profit. You actually just got a nice little playhouse for yourself and your friends, but it ain't a business because it ain't structured in a business manner. So before we get off this podcast, Tan gonna give you some ways to reach out to him. If you're thinking about starting a business, or if you got one and you need a little tighten up, you should really reach out to him.
Yeah.
You know?
So my thing is to create a proper system, because as we know today, and especially today's people, we cannot manage people.
Okay.
Only thing we can do is develop them.
Wow.
Because if we create a system,
that's deep.
Yeah, you can't
manage people.
Can't manage people.
But you can develop.
You can develop.
And they
them
manage themselves.
if they believe in your system.
Wow. Okay.
Now, if you have a strong and proper system, you will have people believe in you, and only people always want to be developed. They don't want to be managed. No one wants to be told what
That's
to do.
good.
However, if you showing me that if I follow you, you'll be able to raise me up, I'll be a better person from being up under you, then I'm going to go with your system.
Man, I'm going to use that in my organizing. Because people don't want to be managed. People don't want no boss.
But they want to be developed.
But they want somebody to pour into them, and they want the game.
Yes. So
Man,
that's developing them.
I'm about to use that in my organizing knowledge. Because, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to follow you.
Yeah.
Most
they
of
damn
these
sure ain't
people
follow
don't
me.
even want to listen to their mothers
You
or
know?
fathers or grandmothers. So what makes you think that you so far away removed from them, what makes them think they're going to listen to you?
That's wisdom.
Unless you're developing them, pouring to them.
And if you develop them,
then now you've created an imagery of yourself.
Yeah.
Because if I believe in you, then that means I want to be like-minded with you. So I'm going to follow you.
And a lot of people want to be successful.
And
they just don't know the pathway to success.
And they don't trust enough.
Shoot, I got trust issues.
So,
Okay. So you ringing my bell right now.
Yeah.
Now watch this. This how we get deep, and this is the anchor of like why this podcast is so necessary. So me and Tan was talking, I don't know, maybe about what, a year ago? And we've been knowing each other for decades.
Yeah.
And about a year ago, I don't even know, sometimes me and Tan like to sip on some good wine and just have some intellectual conversation.
Yeah.
In this particular conversation, Tan, for whatever reason, I don't know why, he told me how he ended up in the entertainment, hospitality industry. And it blew me away, right? And I want to go into that, right?
Okay.
Because Tan, you told me that, after you had, came home from
this was before.
Before. Okay.
So
tell us, how did this happen?
So I was in the streets, like most young urban black men who trying to do better. I came upon a situation where I was offered a job as a medical assistant.
Okay.
On the job training, and the doctor, may rest in peace, Dr. Barry Brooks, he saw a young man who had the intelligence, who was willing to follow him.
Yeah.
So I followed him, and I worked at his doctor, private practice. I was a medical assistant.
Okay.
Taught
you
me,
good with people too. I can see you.
He taught
in
me
that field.
taught me phlebotomy. I was a med tech. I knew how to do urinalysis, blood, and all this kind of stuff, everything. In the process of that, still 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Okay.
So you can never be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's just a lesson in life. You gotta be all the way into something.
Yeah. Harder said than done.
Yeah. I caught a weed case.
Okay.
Ended up catching a weed case and got a record, got a little probation for it.
Okay.
So in the process of doing that, the doctor said, "Hey, I'm gonna take you to my alma mater, and we're gonna put you in school, and you're gonna be I'm gonna take you and send you in that route."
Yeah. Deep investment.
The physician assistance program at Hiram.
Wow.
And actually, that was the last year of them having that program. They might have started back up. But going through that whole process, we went to the college and all that. I found out
he really holding your hand, walking
holding my hand, walking me through because he saw something in me.
Man, shout out to Dr. Hyde. What's his name?
Dr. Barry Brooks.
Dr. Barry Brooks. Shout out, man.
Yeah, may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
But in that process, I ended up catching a weed case and learning all of that, learning that I would have been going through all that for nothing because I wouldn't have been able to get a license.
Hold on. Here we go. This when it get so you got a doctor that believe in you, invested in you. You know what I'm saying? You learn, you up under his wing, but you also selling a little weed or whatever, which is legal now.
Yeah.
Right? And catch a case. Catch a felony, right?
Catch a felony.
Right. And so now you still working with the doctor. He want to invest deeper and, get you into college so that you can
take the physician
assistant program and strengthen your career in the medical field.
Yeah.
And
which back then was that field in the 90s was making $100,000 at that time.
So that's 6 figures.
Yeah.
Now, you married at the time?
I'm with my wife.
You
but
with
I'm not
your
married,
wife? Okay. Did you have kids?
Yes, I had kids.
Okay, so you got kids. You got a wife. You got a beautiful wife. I need to get one of them hats. You need to quit making hats just for women. Because
Right.
I need some of them. Your mom, she wear them hats.
She does. Yeah.
So shout out to your amazing wife. But watch this. That $100,000 a year that's a career change.
Total career change.
That's a career change.
A lifestyle change.
And you got to the door and realized that because you had a felony on your record,
I would have never been able to get licensed to be a physician assistant.
Whoa. That's a collateral sanctions. Now, why getting caught with weed would impede somebody from being able to be a physician assistant behooves me.
Yeah.
Right? It's a lot of laws right now that don't even make sense. Like you might have a felonious assault, but you can't go to school to be a nurse or a doctor. You can't even be a community health worker in Ohio. Exactly. A community health worker. Like that's it's necessary, but that ain't even like no high, nursing field, type of. You can't even be that.
Well, a felony, so when they say felony, it's really it's different ways to catch a felony.
Yeah.
But a felony or a felon is just one thing across the board.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
That's
right. It's
a
not
permanent sentence.
It's a permanent sentence. It's not a high felon. It's not a low felon. It's not,
once
you're a felony, you're a felon.
It's a scarlet letter.
It's a scarlet letter, yeah.
And so my dude, I got to give a shout out to my dude in Chicago, right, Brandon. I say collateral sanctions. He say permanent punishment. He say a lot of these things is permanent punishment because they never let. That same felon that you caught 30 years ago, it still affects you now.
Of course.
And you've been home how long?
23 years.
You've been home 23 years. 23 years. With the same young lady who he married, got beautiful kids by, family man, and because you got caught selling weed 23 years ago, which is actually legal now, it created permanent barriers of your career path, right? Your financial situation.
It led to another felon because once I found out I wasn't going to be able to be licensed, it changed the trajectory. I went full-fledged into selling drugs.
Now we gonna put a mark on that. I need you to say that again. So let me get this straight. So once you realize that, man, I can't even be a physician assistant, I can't even get into the nursing field, I might as well go ahead and go hard.
I couldn't even get into massotherapy to do. I could be a masseuse and do regular massages, but if I wanted to go into the medical part of it, I want to get into massotherapy, where I want to be into any higher thing, anything that dealt with a license, I want to take it away.
Now, that ain't right. And there's millions of individuals that are suffering and have suffered the same exact thing. This is a real story. This man just told us, right? And I know he's good with people. That's why he's such a great manager, or crafter of people in the entertainment industry. But because he caught this barrier, and you were a pretty young man at the time too, right?
Yeah, I was. So I'm about 23.
About 23.
Yeah.
So you see where you got all these barriers and you blocked at 23 years old, with all this promise. Got a wife, got kids. You know what I'm saying? Want to be the man of the household. Want to provide. You catch another felony because you can't move forward with what you even want to do.
Well, I was defeated.
Defeated.
I was defeated.
Yeah.
And that was realistically, I had dove in and poured my heart into it because I was doing, along with working for the doctor, I was doing outpatient phlebotomy for St. Vincent Charity Hospital. Wow. So now I'm knee deep into this field.
Yeah, and like it.
That I really, without the doctor, I wouldn't be able to survive in the field because I can't get licensed for it.
Yeah. And though this is sounding like a horrible story, right? We gonna say that his success is in spite of the barriers that exist, that our lawmakers, in Columbus, right? I'm sending a shout out to Josh Williams, right? Who, is trying to think through, like, how do we remove these barriers, but also he lifted, how do we be tougher on crime? That's a whole nother conversation. So we talking to legislators right now, right? Mm-hmm. And, I'm like, hey, man, once a dude done paid their debt, did their time, paid their fines and fees, you should let them go, move on with their life.
Yeah.
You know what the counter argument from the State House was to us as an organization? Yeah, okay, we'll let people go. We'll take the barriers off at 7 years, but if we catch you commit another crime, we want to bring 3 strikes to Ohio, which was horrible in Florida, right? And we want to be tougher on crime.
Well, here's the thing, though. The reason why they don't want to, well, in my mind, my opinion, the reason why they don't, because they know people are creatures of habit. Some criminals are criminal-minded.
Yeah.
They know that if I let you free, I can't compound what you've done before because I know you're going to do it again because most people are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
Therefore, you have people who've been in prison 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah.
And all thing they say is, see, we have a percentage. 85% of y'all break the law again.
Coming back.
You're coming back. So why should I lift this chain and ball off your ankle when I need to slow you down so I can catch you?
Yeah. And I don't want to remove it off of you, and definitely don't. That's a real answer with like sealing records. Like it's arguments out here like, man, we want to get records sealed, and like the prosecutor's office, right? They like, man, we don't want to seal no record because then we can't see what you done did. And we need to know at all times what you done did. So this is a real argument.
Yeah.
And I be telling people, because you got some very liberal folks that feel like prison in and of itself is just harm, to humans. And, and humans don't naturally belong in cages. But there's some stuff that's going on, like, with some of these folks.
You would think. We need to get
right? And so, this is a conversation that we have to lift it because, like, you just gave an opinion. Like, it almost seemed like you was in agreement almost. I'm asking, like, man, I need to know what you're doing. Or I need to know you done been locked up 3-4 times and what you did. So, you know what I'm saying? Because you're a creature of habit. And when you do it again, I'm going to bust your head wide open because it's your third time.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
And you directly impacted.
Yeah, and I'm directly impacted. However,
it's heavy.
However, I do feel
Come on.
that the career criminals, there has to be some type of punishment. Therefore, I feel like the people who aren't career criminals,
like
the ones
and
like
you.
me, the ones who came and done their thing. So there should be a reward and a punishment.
Okay, see now look, we getting into this one. So watch this. I've been home 27 years without incident. I don't believe in criminal activity. If I did, I would be doing it. Yeah. And one of the reasons why I don't do it is because I believe that if I do, I'm gonna get my head busted to white meat.
Okay, so let me ask you. Let's go backwards.
Okay.
Since and this is me asking you the question.
Okay, come on. We got a new interviewer, y'all.
So how did you become this versus how treacherous you were when you were that?
See, they ain't know I was treacherous.
Well, we got to put that way. We got.
Fred was treacherous. Very true.
Yeah.
Through my trauma, right? Let me note that. I ain't come out my mama womb treacherous. You understand? I was conditioned into my treachery. And I conditioned myself out of it.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So
that's right.
How?
So first thing I had to realize was that why do I think this way and why do I have such a hard line about crime and punishment? Like if you break a rule, we gonna get you.
Yeah.
And some things we gonna get you a little harder than normal. You know what I'm saying? Some things is really hard punishment because it happened to me, right? And so when I realized that hurt people, right? I also realized that heal people.
There you go.
Right? And so when I did my 10 years incarcerated, the first thing I had to acknowledge is that I had became so far removed from my own humanity that I didn't like myself. And I had guilt because I had people following me that, in following me, lost their life, right? I felt responsible for them too. So I'm like, damn, not only am I a bad leader, but I'm leading people that wasn't even signed up for this treachery down a path that's gonna cost them their life.
So do you still have survivor's remorse?
Survivor's remorse?
Because that's what that was then. Guilt is survivor's remorse. They lost their life. So do you still have?
I don't think that I have survivor's remorse because I believe that through the grace of God, I was taken through everything that I was taken through to, one, have a level of credibility in a very dark place amongst certain individuals, right? Mm-hmm. And to be credible enough to be able to go in those dark spaces and shine light. So I'm like, God in my mind and the ancestors really prepared me to like go through it and stand up on it, right? And so now when I see somebody that's traumatized and broken and that, you know, have been conditioned to be a stone cold killer, I introduce myself and say, hey man, I understand where you at, you know?
So the journey right now and what this program is really doing is trying to bring, to plant a garden full of lotus flowers.
I like that lotus flower. Give me some more. That's pretty philosophical.
Yeah.
I like that. Lotus flower.
So
I told you, I should have had me a glass of wine. I would have sipped on that when he said lotus flower.
No, I was just asking you a question, so it's really now we can get back. We can get back on to it.
Man, dig. Now you got him wondering. Come on, no, we got to finish that.
No, just saying. So that's really what the journey is to create a garden full of lotus flowers where you pulling them out of the mud, the concrete, the dirt. And they blossom into this beautiful flower. Yeah. That's really the journey.
Yeah, I love God too. I'm gonna tell you something. People, right? A lot of people can't get past the treachery. They like, man, if he had treachery in him then, he probably still got some remnants of treachery now. So
well, you can still have it and you still can because I'm not a Bible person. However. I know that in the Bible, that heavy hand has to be hammered down when it's time. So even with following the Lord and believing in the Lord, there is rules and principles to everything, and that's what you live by, right?
God ain't never been a sucker.
Right.
God got angels. God got many different types of angels too. He got angels that come see you.
Exactly. So
twisted.
there's nothing wrong with still being treacherous.
Yeah. No, I ain't
but
treacherous.
Not menacing.
No,
but not
I'm
menacing.
not still
but
treacherous.
Not menacing though.
I'm not still treacherous. Let me make a point of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't falling down that wormhole. Fred Ward is not still treacherous. You know what I'm saying? I'm still serious. You know, and you got to move accordingly, but I ain't treacherous. But watch this though. You know, so like I know you ain't big on the Bible, but it's a scripture in the Bible where they talk about the dry bones.
Okay.
And they talk about how these dry bones is in this valley, right? And you know, and so dude talking to God or somebody, and he like, you know, can these bones live? And I don't know, man, like I just really believe that the downtrodden, those that's, you know, the cynical voters, people who just done detach themselves from democracy and society altogether, they just feel like, you know, the weight of the world is on their back. I believe that those are those dry bones. And I think that, you know, through spirit and pouring into people authentically and really like seeing people who they are without judgment, right? I believe that you can lift individuals from a dark state of mind to like a more heightened, you know, reality. I just believe that, right? And so a lot of the work that I do is really like, you know, acknowledging what I've been through, you know, how it had to be the grace of God and ancestors that got me through it, because, man, I could say, shit, I'm on my 10th lifetime.
Okay.
You know?
So the reason why I asked you, how'd you get from this to that, is because that's what people have to be able to see. You know, a lot of times people stop being believing because the first thing they see in the morning when they look in the mirror, they don't believe in that person no more.
Yeah. Till they grab that blunt. They got that blunt on the side of the bed.
Yeah, they don't believe in that person. So once you get people to start believing in themselves, then we can get them to believe in the next thing, which is the movement and to moving forward.
So I have a simple thing I do with people, and it's like 3 steps. Mm-hmm. First, I think it's important to be honest with yourself. Where you at? Man, I ain't where I'm supposed to be, man. I'm behind on all my bills. I'm living outside my means. I'm in a terrible marriage. I got the wrong girlfriend, partner, whoever, right?
Yeah.
What's the truth of your reality, right? That's one. Boop. And the second thing is, what can you imagine, right, as a good place for you? Like, where you want to be. That could be very far from that where you at.
Yeah.
But that's 2. Boop. That's the second piece. And then the third thing that I move with a person, like I move with myself, is what is the things that I have to do necessary to get from where I'm at to where I want to be.
Okay.
Right? If I want to lose weight, then I got to do something that got something to do with health and exercise.
Yeah.
Right? And then, you know, if I want to be in a stronger financial position, then I don't want to go to jail doing it, then I got to first eliminate anything that's criminal. Man, I don't want to go to jail. So let me take all the illegal stuff out. Now, how do I get the money financially to live the life I want to live? So I say, shoot, I might have a job that ain't worth nothing. So I might have to do a career change. Mm-hmm. I might need 2 jobs for a while instead of 1.
Yeah.
Right? One might just be to pay the bills. The other one might be to create another financial situation to lift me. I might need some investments. Mm-hmm. Right? And so I think like that. You know, where you at, where you want to be. But then what I tell people is that none of this is possible without a commitment. Meaning that I can't mentor you. I can only support you if you commit to the process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some people be like, man, how you gonna mentor somebody that ain't committed? Because all I'm saying is, man, you said you was trying to lose 10 pounds. You ain't been to the gym in 2 weeks. You just bought 2 Twinkies. And I mean, that's you. I mean, if you want to eat the Twinkie, that's on you. But I'm just saying, you ain't worked out, this and that. You ain't lost 1 pound.
Yeah.
And then it's back on you.
Yeah.
And you like, man, damn, you know, either you going to throw the Twinkie down or you going to say, man, I'm lying to myself. I ain't ready. And that's okay, too.
But you have a lot of people who think they lack discipline.
Okay.
But discipline goes in different form. We're going to say the person that smokes weed.
Okay.
It takes discipline to wake up and roll that blunt every day. It takes discipline.
But they got pre-rolls now, too, now.
But it still takes discipline. You created discipline goes with a routine. You create people who create routines for themselves. Even if it's a bad routine, all they have to do is understand that they can flip that routine. Because it takes discipline to do a lot of stuff that you create a habit for.
Okay.
So all you have to do is flip it.
I'm just thinking it's a piece in there, like, discipline is one thing, but ain't it a piece that has to come before you even able to get to discipline? Like, let's say I don't want to smoke because, one, it costs too much. I really can't afford to be smoking like I do. But then what about that other piece in the back of their mind? Like, man, I'm stressed out. I don't properly know how to manage my stress. And man, when I wake up and hit that blunt, man, you know, it's that, what's that, self-medication?
Yeah, you're self-medicating, but that's everything comes from the mind.
That's what
so
I'm
that's
saying.
A trained mindset.
Trained mindset.
You train yourself to believe that once you hit this joint, or once you smoke this thing, or once you do anything, once you eat this bad food, that you shifted. So now this is where your dopamine. So now
you see, medical student still. He ain't lost everything.
So that's where you train to say smoking this joint is gonna lift my dopamine. So now I ain't in the dumps no more. Now I'm not feeling bad no more. Okay. So, but you have
to substitute it.
You have to substitute it with something good, and that's all about teaching people what's good.
But you got to know that you smoking because you actually trying to get that up.
Exactly.
You're trying to get that up, and you're like, man, why do I smoke? Why I wake up and smoke? I know people that wake up in the morning and they ain't going nowhere before they hit one. And I'm like, man, how you work? How you even go to work?
They can't work without it.
Yeah.
It's trained. It's a trained mindset, man. And that goes back with being a criminal. Yeah. That goes back with making sure you do the right thing in life. It's a trained mindset. And that's what I'm sure that's what building freedom is gearing towards people. It's training people's mindset to go in the right direction.
We trying. I think we got a beautiful model. I think we got a picture perfect model. I'm gonna share the model with you because I need you a part of the model too. You've done stuff for Collateral Sanctions. Why not fight with us, right? You know, I mean, you've been around. You've been teetering around
back and forth.
I'm just saying.
I teeter because I believe in it.
Yeah.
I believe in it.
We need you,
and I trust in what you do and the individual that you are.
I appreciate that. But we need you because you are articulate. You know what I'm saying? You great with people. Shoot, you probably better with people than me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I got to put that in there. I'm really going to try to encourage you to, like, think a little deeper about how we collectively create a community that lift up the things that we done experienced and we done been through. And because it's people steady going through it. Yeah. But your voice, your story, man, your story at the State House might change a legislator's mindset and make him vote yes instead of no on something that changed the trajectory of thousands of people coming after you.
So let's finish that story up.
Finish the story.
So, all right, so we went back. But however, guess what? I still got to the hospital though.
Okay.
But instead of being up on the 6th floor taking care of patients, I'm in the sub-basement.
Yeah.
And I still take care of patients, but I'm in the supply chain making sure that all the supply needs for the operating room and all the other divisions of the hospital is getting supplied.
How you felt about that, though? You said instead of the 6th floor.
Instead of the 6th floor, I'm in the sub-basement.
You're in the basement.
So instead of having that white jacket on, I got on a gray shirt.
Man, I'd have been pissed.
Yeah, so I'm still at the hospital. I made it to the hospital, just not in the department I want to be in.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's some bullshit. Let me call it for what it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you something. I used to be like, when I was like, I go to the little doctor or see somebody, and it'd be always somebody coming in there, right? I'd be tripping in my head. Like, I'll see somebody coming in, change the garbage can, you know, and man, they damn near always was African American. I'm like, man, this.
But guess what? That one that's changing that garbage could have been the one that's treating you. He just got a felony.
Right. And I'm telling you, I'm like, man, why in the hell is it so many people either parking the cars, you know, they running, parking the car, and don't get me wrong, it's a job. But I can't help with the knowledge I got be thinking in my mind like, man, is their career path stunted too? Like, did they want to actually do something different or aspire to be, you know, an LPN?
Absolutely.
You know, or RN.
Absolutely.
You know, and they got something that they didn't deal when they was 17, 18 years old, and now they 30, and they don't have no opportunities of even getting into that career.
Absolutely.
I always think like that. I'm telling you, I be wanting to ask people.
I do. I mean, I work right next to them, so you know, most of them have felonies.
It's bullshit.
Most of them have felonies.
That's bullshit. And like, it was a story. I remember one time. So BFO, we do a lot of meetings. We order pizza and all that, right? So this one particular day, it was an older guy that delivered our pizza, right? And our little pop and salads and stuff. And, man, I swear this man was about 68, 70 years old. He was older. And he came in, and I'm sitting there with my team, and I couldn't help myself. I was like, hey, man, how you doing, sir? I said, man, do you have any felonies? Right? I can't make this up. And when I said that, man, his back bent, he dipped his head down, and he was like, is that obvious, man? Is that obvious? Shit wasn't funny. No, this wasn't funny, man.
No, I'm saying you make
it. This shit hurt me to my core. Because, he said, is it that obvious? And guess what else he said? He said, man, that's why I'm delivering these pizzas. Man, that shit hit me like a sword in my heart. I was hurt.
Yeah, man.
Hit me, man. Yeah. You feel that too. That touch you too. When I seen it, and I'm talking to my team, I said, this why we fight. So this man, 70 years old, delivering pizza, and he probably caught a felony 50 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he been stunted from just being able to exercise just his human dignity and learn, you know. And, man, when he said that, I was like, man, no, this is why we do what we do.
Man,
swear to God.
I got a man who work with me now. He been working. He been there 53 years.
Wow.
53 years. Throughout his travels, you know, had his little problem.
Yeah.
And he's still working because he can't retire. He don't have enough, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ain't gonna keep it on it. So 2026, like, I ain't about to make this podcast like, oh, woe is me. You know what I'm saying? Swing low, sweet cherry apple. You know what I'm saying? You got me, you know, boy, almost cuss.
Yeah.
Almost cuss.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But we have to acknowledge this because it's happening, right? But we not going to sit in it, right? And we're going to make sure that on these podcasts, we're going to also lift individuals like yourself that have made, you understand, other career choices, even though it wasn't their first choice, and created success for yourself and your family.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to honor you for being a great father.
Oh, yeah,
you
thank
know
you.
what I'm saying? I want to watch you with your sons and daughters and just, you know, be that exemplary father that, you know, don't get highlighted enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to
sure.
honor, I want to give you flowers for that too.
Oh, thank you.
You know, and we need to, like, stay connected, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And I need you with us because you are a part of us.
Yeah.
Right? And we stronger together. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you need to probably come on and start co-hosting with me, you know, some stuff, right? Because you got a lot to say and you valid.
Yeah,
you got receipts. You know, so in 2026, count time now. We gonna, and there's a lot going on in the world. You know, like, there's a lot going on in the world, man. We send a shout out, you know, to Minnesota. They going through some stuff, man. You know, ICE down there acting a fool.
Yeah.
You know, people dying. They you know, it's so much going on that it could be hard to stay focused.
Yeah.
You know, but we about to do something in Ohio. We about to create a community for people like us, people that care and have the same values that we do, right? To like make it a better accessibility for us and others.
Okay.
Right? That's what I want to do. I'm glad to have you on this show, Ten. I got to get you back on here.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, man, to the listening audience, this is Fred Warden with my man Tancred Jones, pillar in the community, you know, and like, hey, he need to be totally free. I need to be totally free. We need you to vote for that when it's time. Talk to your legislators, because we're going to go to the State House and let them know these are powerful, real stories. It's 1,000, it's millions of them like this. We're going to have to make some decisions. But we can't do it if we don't get active. So this Fred Ward, man, count time now. Checking in, man. We're going to be back at you, man. Stay tuned.